All right, y'all. Hello, everyone. I know y'all are coming into the room. Yes. Hello.
Okay. Okay. Yay.
We are here. We are here. We are here. Everybody is joining. We are going to give them a moment to join. I am going to make sure we add these links. Hello, hello, hello. Let me go ahead and also invite some of our peeps over from Instagrams.
I'm excited for tonight.
I'm very excited.
It's going to make me download to Webinar Jam, huh? My slides.
I got them.
Okay. Like 2 seconds ago?
Upload them. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and upload them now.
Okay.
They are so good.
Okay. I just made the final. I deleted some stuff, added some stuff. So welcome, ladies. Welcome.
Hey, y'all. Come on in here. Come on in here. As you guys are coming in, drop your city and state in the chat. Where are you located? Where are you located?
Tell us where you are located in the chat. I'm in St. Louis. Ellie, where are you today? You're in LA.
I am in LA right today. You know, I'll be all over the world.
Yes, first.
I'll be all over in a whole other country, but I am stateside today. I am in Los Angeles, California. Y'all on Instagram, let us know what city and state you are in. We are checking in. And those of you who are checking in from Instagram, get in the room. It's right at the link in my bio. Come and join the Real Estate Rich class so we can talk about how you are going to get your first or next door, okay, and pass this down to your legacy. Ooh, so we have Cincinnati. I think I saw St. Louis as well, Atlanta,
Milwaukee, Florida, Dallas. We got some St. Louis in the building. Okay.
Hey, we got Harlem. I love to see it.
Ooh.
We always have a couple Canada people, some UK people. There's always somebody from out the country. So I'm excited that we have that going on today as well. So
we got a lot of Midwest. We got Indiana. We have another Indiana. We got Georgia. Atlanta, let me tell you, you can't, if you try to get rid of Atlanta, they like, we here. We're not going nowhere. Atlanta be in the building, okay? For that.
Atlanta does not play. Like, they really show up. They're not the ones to play with. So we are very excited that you guys are in the room. All right, good. We got our sites. We got our stuff up. So I want to know, right? I want to know from you guys, now that you are here, what makes you excited about real estate? What are some of your goals with real estate? What brought you to this class tonight? What are some of your goals with real estate? What are the dreams that you have that you want to realize? Because we want to get a sense of why you're in the room so that we make sure we give you all the value this evening. So let's see, what are some of these real estate goals that we have? Okay. I see you guys want to be able to get investment properties for your kids. You want to build wealth. You're an agent. Love to see it. I see passive income, freedom. Yes, that is it right there, y'all. It is freedom. It is freedom. It is also options, right? Real estate is passive income. It's wealth. It's freedom. It is legacy. It is passing down properties and not problems, deeds and not distress. Everybody comment the word freedom in the chat.
I cannot see. I still don't see any comments about what they're looking for. So I'm rolling off of what Ellie is saying. I still see y'all cities in the chat. I don't see anybody.
Really? Okay. Scroll up, and it should be moving. There we go.
It's moving really fast. Maybe I just read slow. I see you guys. Financial wealth, freedom, passive income, residual income. Love that. Love the difference between those two. Generational wealth, helping my family. It's always about the family. I love, Ellie, when we make it bigger than us. That's my favorite type of.
It really is. And that is the most powerful thing that I feel, right? When I think about why I started investing in real estate and why it mattered to me, I know that I'm not going to live forever, right? But these properties, these estates, these assets, they will be here. We're not making any more lands.
That's right.
So every time you purchase real estate, whether it's a duplex, a single family home, a piece of land, that is you essentially creating something that will live beyond you. And that's so powerful.
I love
That
this.
is so powerful.
Ellie, somebody said cheese while I sleep.
Hello, money while you sleep. We like that. We like to be able to make money while we sleep. So I want to check in because I know we have some moms in here. We have some aunties in here. We have some dads in here. And let's really remember what we are doing this for. Who are you building for? So I want you guys to comment in the chat. How many kids do you have? How many nieces, nephews, right? Who is this for?
Yeah.
Because so many of you guys are motivated to build your business. You're motivated to buy real estate. You're motivated to build wealth, not just for yourself. I know you guys are doing this for people outside of you.
Please share with us, who are you doing this for? Your real estate.
We got 4 babies.
Why, right? Or who? So Ellie, I have 2 kids, and just like you, I think about like, as you guys share, I'll share. I have 2 kids, and I think about what I can leave behind, what types of deeds and trust will secure them and their children in the future should anything ever happen to me. And when, you know, I pass on, I get older, they're going to be sustained. Got some good ones coming in.
I know. I see nieces. Somebody said 8 grandchildren, and we love it. Ooh. 8 grandchildren. Shout out to the grandma. And let me tell you something. You don't have, it doesn't matter how young or old you are to build wealth. You can start doing this at any time. You can start this process at any time. 21 nieces and nephews. Okay, Shawana. I love it. That is a big family. That is so wonderful. It's so important. You are positioned to be that wealth builder in your family. You are the one that your legacy has been waiting for, right? We know that not everyone in our family is motivated to buy real estate. Yeah. Not everyone in our family is motivated to build wealth, right, Gabby? Not everyone has the vision, but you have the vision, which is why you're here.
That's right.
You want to make it happen, which is why you're here. So I'm really excited for that to become a reality. And I'm also excited for you all to see other women just like you who started in this very same place, right? Come into a class and went from that to now having their first, second, third, fourth doors.
Yes.
And huge portfolios. So Gabby, let them know why they're in the right place.
Yep. So I love to just check on my room and to see, you know, what's bringing these people out here. So I love to say things like, you are in the right place. If you've tried this on your own, you can give me a 1 in the chat, talk back to me, and you lack strategy. You're like, Ellie, Gabby, I've been hearing y'all, I've been seeing y'all, but I just don't have a comprehensive strategy that is easy to follow for me. I hear what people saying on YouTube, but that don't apply to me. So we need a little bit more of strategy. The second reason why you're here, you're saying, yes, I love rooms like this because I like the collaboration, right? So you value conversations like what Ellie puts together, the Mommy Millionaire challenges. And every time these come up, you're like, let me be in the room because we know that collaboration forces our brains outside of the norm. The norm says, go to school, get a job, get married, have kids. But these conversations say, go to school, get a job, create a legacy, create a trust, vacation often, right? It just expands us. So if you like those types of collaborations, you are in the right room. The third reason why this is the right place for you is because you're tired of the wasted hours, right? You're like, I need somebody that's actually doing it, that's brand new at it. I still say, Ellie, I'm pretty new. I'm 2.5 years in with $18 million in sales. And
18 million.
So I like to show people the beginning phases of what we do. And so you're tired of the wasted hours on maybe the gurus who are showing you step 50 and you're like, I need step 1 through 5, right? So that's the type of coach that I am, or a strategist that I am. The fourth reason you are in the right room is if you're saying, can somebody just give me a 2 in the chat? If you're saying lenders are confusing.
Oh,
I just want to pause right there.
Yes.
If you're saying I need to learn from somebody that's done it because lenders are confusing, give us a 2 in the chat. And then the last reason you are in the right room is if you're saying 2023 is my year. Okay. So 2023 is your year, and you're drawing a line in the sand and you're saying, next year I won't be in the same place. So this is the absolute right room for you if any or all of these things apply.
Y'all comment, this is my year in the chat.
Yes.
Comment, this is my year in the chat, because we know 2024 is on the way, but it is not promised. We know it's coming, but it is not promised. You have to decide that today is the day that you make it happen. You have to decide that this is your year. You have had so many other years go by. Let's not wait until the next one to do the things you've been wanting to do.
Come on.
The time is right now to start changing your life. The time is right now to start investing in real estate. The time is right now to start working on your business, because what other time do we have? One of my favorite quotes, Gabby, and I'm probably going to get it wrong, but I read somewhere it said, procrastination is the audacity that God is going to give us another day.
Ooh, that's so good. That is so good. So I got to say this, Ellie, because I don't want you to be like, girl, I gave you that. I just created a video series today, you guys, called Procrastination Kills Profits.
Look at that.
We're right here. My video series is rolling out. My videographer has to make some edits, but we just did like a 10-part series about what procrastination kills profit. So I'm 100% in agreement with you.
That is it, y'all. Procrastination kills profits. It truly is audacious for us to believe that we will have more time. We can hope for it, but God gave you the vision right now. He didn't say 2025. He said today.
Yep.
Today. All right. So let's get right in. And every single class I teach, right, I make sure that you guys hold yourself accountable. Gabby, you know that in order for you to bring more into your life, in order for you to bring in more wealth, more money, more opportunities, you have to be able to let things go.
Yeah.
You have to be able to leave certain things behind. You cannot expect to pour wealth and success and business and assets into your cup if your cup is full of insecurity, doubt, fear, procrastination, inaction. So I want you guys to comment some things that you're committing to leaving behind. The version of you that walked into the room tonight is not the same version of you that's going to leave this room tonight. All of the information that you are going to get is going to make a change in your life if you take action on it. You cannot be a procrastinator, like we just said, and expect to get the that you are hoping for and that you deserve. I know that for me, every single day I fight to leave behind fear. Every single day I fight to leave behind insecurity. Every single day I fight to leave behind doubt, because how do you want to build a business and a legacy and be fearful?
Yeah.
Fear and money don't go together, right?
Okay.
They don't go together. These two things cannot be in the same room or in the same sentence.
I love it. I think, Ellie, for me, I'm gonna throw mine out there first, y'all, as y'all are putting y'all's out there. What am I leaving behind moving forward is definitely waiting until it's too late to start on something. So I'm supposed to do it on Monday, but I'm gonna do it, in a couple weeks. And so it's doing it now, doing it immediate obedience is so I'm leaving behind disobedience.
Immediate obedience. Wait a minute. Pause. We need to write that down.
Oh yeah, we need our notebooks, y'all. We need our notebooks. Get your notebooks.
Write that in your notes. Write that in the comments, y'all. Immediate obedience.
So good.
That needs to be on a shirt. And come on, I'm gonna call you after this so you can go ahead and produce that.
See, then I got to do it because I got to be immediately obedient.
Immediately obedient, y'all. Imagine how different life would look if you were immediately obedient. Like in the moment, as soon as you have the idea, taking that one first step, making that one first call, right? So tonight we're going to go over with you guys how you can take immediate action and be immediately obedient when it comes to your real estate. So I'm always about you guys putting an affirmation. I want you guys to take a picture of this, take a screenshot. This is, you will pass down properties, not problems.
Yeah.
You will pass down deeds and not distress. We have to denormalize passing down more issues into our legacy, right? A lot of us inherited bad financial habits. A lot of us didn't have the opportunity to inherit wealth or properties, right? We inherited probate, maybe. So we have to really change that and decide, I'm not going to continue making that a reality in my family. I'm going to make sure that I pass down a property, not a problem, right? A deed, not more distress. So I want you to take a picture of this and tag me and Gabby on your Instagram. Y'all on the phone, this is the affirmation, okay? Screenshot this and go ahead and join the room. I will see you guys inside. The link is in my bio to come into class. All right, we had to tease the Instagram people a little bit so they know what they do.
I'm seeing the people climb up. I'm like, whoa, 100 people just came in. They're like, wait a minute, Gabby.
Wait a minute, let me see what's going on. So I want you guys to really claim this, right? And we are going to keep this energy throughout the class. And I want you to also keep this energy even beyond the class, because it doesn't end tonight. This is the beginning of your journey, and you will take the next steps to go forward from here. So let's go ahead and dive right into these gems. So Gabby, please give a formal introduction, because we got right into it, but let the people know that you really do this.
I do it a little bit. So what's up, you all? Some of you know who I am. For anybody that doesn't, welcome. I'm excited to serve you tonight. My name is Gabby, and I'm the Real Estate Bay. And my agency, the Real Estate Bay Agency, helps new and first-time investors find and fund profitable real estate in the St. Louis market. So today we have done $18 million in investable real estate. We solely focus on investors, people that are business people that want to transition their portfolio. I've consulted over 300 new and first-time investors to do this on their own, like classes like this, or to hire a full-time team like myself. And one of my biggest mantras, you guys, I have two that I'm going to share, that no matter the circumstances and no matter the market, real estate is absolutely and fundamentally for you. And then the second thing, we'll get into it tonight because we're going to talk about money, is that for every lendee, so for every one of us, there's 676 of us in here right now, Ellie. For every one of us, there is a lender out there that will fund your deal. And so I love saying that because people often get discouraged, and I have seen bankruptcies be approved. I have seen, the single mom. I mean, I've seen it all. I've helped fund hundreds of people with my lenders. And so I know that it is possible for all of us in here tonight. So that's a little bit more about myself, and I'm excited to serve you and get to know you tonight.
I love that. And you're hearing it straight from Gabby, y'all. So if you are someone with not the best perfect credit, right? You have the bankruptcies. You have no idea how to start this process. Approvals are possible.
Yes.
Approvals are possible. This is possible. I always tell you guys, God would not have given you the idea to go and want to do real estate if he wasn't going to also make a way for it to happen. And that's why I'm very glad you are here tonight, so you can see a way that can be made. And so you can see how we can start this process and start to give you this education. So I'll introduce myself as well. I'm Ellie. You guys already know I'm an entrepreneur, CEO, and a real estate investor, thanks to Gabby. And I specialize in teaching women and moms how to get funding, how to build their business, really so they can build a life that they love. My mission is to help 100,000 women and moms build 7-figure businesses and a 7-figure net worth, okay? We have to normalize millionaires. We have to normalize 7 figures. The goal used to be make your first 6 figures. I'm like, no. The goal now is 7 figures or nothing, right? And it's very possible. It's very, very possible. So I'm very excited for us to present to you guys tonight and really walk through how this real estate journey can work and take the next steps as well. So Gabby, let's dive right in.
Yeah, let's do it. So my goal tonight, there's a lot that we can cover tonight, Ellie, in terms of real estate, but I'm going to focus as best I can on the mindset, the money, and the market that's needed to help these beginners or people that are dusting off their portfolio and getting back in here to start or continue their journey to becoming a future mommy millionaire, specifically through real estate. So all of the women, I love this next slide because I can show you all really a lot of the women that we serve in the agency. You see some familiar faces out there. Ellie's in here. 99% of the women I consult who join my agency are moms. Okay. 99% of them. I rarely serve anything outside of specifically Black and brown moms. And it's really an honor to watch these women say, Gabby, I have a vision. Can you help me? And then we do that. And so I can't wait to share some of the fundamental things you all need tonight. So I want you all to start with the mindset with me. So what I want you to do is in the chat, some of my slides are a little, go to that next one, Ellie, for me. The next one.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, ma'am. We're going to start with why. So Ellie actually already took this one right away. So I have some of y'all's why and from earlier when we were talking, but we got some new people in here. So if you're in this room, it's because you are saying, I want to do real estate, right? And I just want to hear, Ellie, if you can catch them because they go really fast, about 3 whys. Why real estate? As you guys think about, I don't want you to just throw out generational wealth. I don't want you to just throw out legacy. I want your why to be absolutely uniquely to you. So my why wouldn't be Ellie's 4 kids. Do you see?
Right.
Ellie's why wouldn't be my special needs son. My why is specific to me, just like yours should be specific to you. Ellie, what I found in real estate investing and teaching women and helping women all over the world is that when those women have an established why do they want to do this? When it gets hard, because it will get hard, right? I remember we were doing Ellie's duplex and it took us a long time to find a tenant. When it gets hard, because Ellie had established a strong why, she stayed the course, got over the hurdle, and now she cash flows every single month. So I want to see a couple of whys. Why is your avenue tonight? Share with us.
I see providing housing, helping the unhoused, also being able to help other families, ownership, debt-free, financial freedom.
Yeah.
They don't have to work a 48-hour week, retire my husband. I love that. That's a beautiful why.
That's a really good one. I love that.
Traveling abroad. Yes, these are amazing.
Traveling abroad. I love that. That goes right into my point 2, because if you're taking your notes, I always tell you guys to take notes if you take classes with me. So I know Ellie does as well. So definitely make sure you're taking your notes tonight. I want you to write down for yourself, right? We're drawing a line in the sand. Who am I doing this for? Who am I doing this for? Who are we doing this for? When I started in real estate, Ellie, in 2019, I was fired on the hospital bed with my son. He was declared dead at birth. And I'm not exaggerating. Within 30 minutes, the thought of real estate came to me. Now, I was in a traumatic situation. My CEO called and said, we no longer needed your services. But I knew, Ellie, that I needed to do something that would take me forever out of a situation where I could be fired again. And the only thing I could come up with was real estate, investing, landlording, realtor. And so that was my who am I doing this for? My who, I'm going to be obedient. I'm going to put it in the chat. My son's name is Kojo Williams.
I want y'all to drop the names in the chat. I don't know who it is, but drop the name, right? Because that is a powerful declaration. Mm-hmm. Who is that person? When I set goals, y'all, in my notes, I write down the name of the child that is associated with the goal. I'm like, okay, if I want to do this, is because I want this to benefit Hadim when he turns 17. If I'm doing this, I want it to benefit Safi when she's 23. That is how specific you got to get, right, Gabby? Yes. I mean, I just love that. Associate the goal with the name. It makes it so much more powerful.
No, that's super, super good. We started doing that last year, Ellie, in our agency, and we just saw a shift in results because it didn't become like what's trendy. Real estate is very sexy, right? Like it looks really good. We take a raggedy house and you make it beautiful. But in the middle, you getting your head cracked open. I mean, it's right. So, when the chaos comes, you're so anchored in your why and in your who that you weather the storm. Okay.
Yes.
In your why and your who that you weather the storm. And so the why and the who you all creates the vision. So what we're doing right now is establishing our investor mindset. The investor says, I'm going to sow a seed for Kojo Williams. I'm going to sow a seed for, tell me your daughter's name.
Safi.
For Safi. I'm going to sow a seed. This is the why. This is the why and the who, creating a vision so that in the future, insert vision. Do you understand? Yes. It's not here yet. Safi is not 23 yet, but so that in the future, insert the vision. And so what we're doing is establishing your investor mindset. So what I want you all to do on your own papers, definitely I love all the names coming in. Feel free to share them with us in the chat, but this is for your own self. Okay. I want to make sure that you know what your vision is. So this is how I start mine off. It's very simple. My vision is to insert.
Mm-hmm. Boom.
I had a client one time, she had a vision, and all she wanted, Ellie, she lived in Long Beach, and all she wanted was to take her kids out of public school and put them in private school. Like that was the vision. You know, she said, I got 12 months. I got to get them out of I don't know what's going on in Long Beach, but she was like, I got to.
Oh yeah, no, I understand, because I know what's going on in Long Beach.
I was like, whoa, let's help you immediately. She was like, I need you right now. Okay. Yeah. So she created that vision. So when it gets hard, somebody calls her and says, hey, do you want to sell that property? No. Because the Long Beach school system isn't serving my child, and the vision I have for them supersedes what I can do for them now, but I can sow a seed, right? That produces an outcome that allows me to change their circumstances. That's so good to me. I want to make sure that the why and the who creates a vision that you can lock in on. Okay.
Absolutely.
So I love this. So we got my client, actually both of our girls. Yes. Her name is Siobhan. If you're cool, I'll jump right in and tell a little bit about.
Please do, because I want them to see. I want them to see themselves in Siobhan and these results and these testimonials. Siobhan had a vision.
Yes. So she is from Chicago, you all. She found me through Ellie's page. We didn't ask earlier, but oftentimes, Ellie, I serve people who have tried to do this and they failed. Let's be honest. We got to have real conversations. So we tried to do this. A business partner burned me and all these things. So that was Siobhan's story. She had tried to do this in the Chicago market. She's very smart. And being smart wasn't enough. A business partner said, send me some money and do this. And now she's stuck with this vacant unit for years. Okay. This is a lot of people's stories. But instead of letting that procrastinate her, or instead of letting that stop her, she pivoted to the affordable market, St. Louis, and decided to sow new seeds, right? So she has secured 2 doors with us, totaling probably about $200,000 in assets. She just sent her daughter, she had her firstborn daughter, to travel abroad, 100% traveling abroad. We're talking about an inner city Chicago, teenager. Being able to travel abroad with her friends for an entire year. It was Siobhan's vision. That's so good. I'm getting goosebumps, Ellie. Yes. It was her vision that allowed, because she sold that seed almost a year ago, that allowed her to look back at her finances and say, baby, we can afford this. You can have this experience that I never did. Oh, that's so good. So
this is so good.
I'm super excited. So yes, she found me through Ellie's page. Definitely a future mommy millionaire. I would say she probably has maybe 6 to 7 assets total, and she's absolutely killing it. When we talk about somebody that has the vision and the work ethic and stays the course, she is definitely one of our great clients.
I just want y'all to comment in the chat. I'm next. Comment. I am next in the chat, because I need you guys to realize that's why it's so important for us to show women who have done it, so that you know, even for the fellas in here, right? So that it isn't just a dream. It's something that actually can and will happen for you. Yes. Because the strategies are here. That's what we're going to go over today. The strategies, the funding, everything you need, it is here.
Yes. So I actually want to tell a quick story about this dad right here, Ellie, because we're going to talk about the money. And I picked this picture intentionally. He lives in Dallas full time, you guys. His name is Soon. Okay. So he is Nigerian. So he's not, American, but he found the agency on Instagram, Ellie. And this is my favorite thing about his story. He has twin girls. Every time we call, they're on the phone, they're climbing all over his head. He stays the course. He's like, this is a crazy life I live. He has business in Nigeria. He stays the course. He has a strong who, a strong why, and that created a vision that he's locked in on. But in the process of doing this, Ellie, and trying to buy assets, he bought one asset, we got the keys. He bought another asset, we got the keys. He went to buy his third asset, and he started to get denied from lending. We're talking about the money now, you guys. Yes. Some of us are going to get denied. I've been denied before.
Me too.
He got denied from lending. And what he didn't do, this is so good to me, he didn't quit. I have seen this man put together business proposals for private money. I have seen this man reach out to investing lenders all over the country to find the funds to fund his vision for his twin girls. Just last week, I was telling Ellie this yesterday or the day before, he was approved for $690,000. Ellie, he was not approved almost 4 times.
Wow.
He didn't quit. He didn't quit. He didn't quit. He didn't quit. He finally got the yes.
Yes.
Ellie, tell us that quote you say when you talk about the no is a
the no is the next opportunity.
There we go.
That's all it means, y'all. No is a next opportunity. You do not stop at the no. You start at the no. You start looking for another option. You start looking in another direction. I want to tell you guys, just like Gabby did, in this journey to building your wealth, to getting your first property, your next property, you're going to get some no's.
Yes.
You're going to get some no's. But your vision is stronger. And you're going to keep applying different strategies. You're going to keep going. You're going to redirect. You're going to try new lenders. You're going to utilize new strategies. You're going to get new funding. I always teach you guys about how to build and secure business funding. You're going to also understand how to do the other end of this and there are so many lenders in real estate that Gabby and I are going to dive into. So many, which is how he made it possible.
Yes. $690,000 closing on 7 doors next month.
Oh,
jump into, from 3 doors to 10 with one tenacious, I'm not taking no for an answer. Oh, that's just, we got to do a live. We got to do a live with him.
We do.
the daddy millionaire. Okay.
The daddy millionaire.
So let's get into the money. The money is why a lot of us are here. You're like, come on, get to the money. I got you. Say less. All right. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the business credit. Okay. You guys are mommy millionaires. A lot of you have been following Ellie and implementing her strategies, myself included. And so you know that business credit is an incredibly powerful tool to ensure that you can purchase assets. I want to give you guys a little bit of insight on the real estate side on some things to consider, some things to do, and strategies that work better than others. Okay. So the first thing is your business credit for the purchase. And so there's a lot of investors that are interested in real estate and they want to use that business credit for the purchase. The number one thing I want you to consider if you're taking your notes, the number one thing, actually, I have a lot of number one things, is that the business credit, that first year of getting your, getting that line of credit, I'm going to call it a line of credit, that the interest makes sense for the asset. Okay. Ellie, tell me right now, when you guys are getting business funding, are you seeing 0% for the first year on your business credit? That's what I see. So I just want to make sure.
Absolutely. That is always available. It is always an option, especially with business credit cards, y'all. That is a hack. You're not going to just use business credit cards to buy other things. You can absolutely put a whole down payment or the purchase.
You can purchase it with a business card. Yes, you can.
Exactly.
So the first thing we're talking about is purchasing the whole asset with business credit cards. Without question, you can do this. The thing that I want you to consider, and I'm going to talk to you guys about why when you refinance, the thing I want you to consider is that if you buy with a business credit card, I want to make sure that the deed is in your name. Now, I know that's a little bit different. Let me tell you what I'm seeing currently in the market. I like to give market updates. With lenders are changing things. They change things every 90 days. Currently, your traditional lenders, so that means 90% of the lenders out here are traditional. They are pushing back on the idea to let a business refinance an asset because there's no guarantor. So when my clients go to buy a house in their LLC, we actually do it like this. Gabby, the owner of Real Estate Bay LLC. So we want to see two things. We want to see both my name, which I would never buy with that LLC, but we want to see my name and my business name on the deed. This is critical. What I'm seeing when people, Ellie, they're calling me, they take a strategy call with me and they say, Gabby, I bought this home in my business name, but nobody will let me refinance because with the business credit, remember, you purchased the asset, but in 12 months, you really want a 30-year mortgage. You want a traditional mortgage so you can pay. So everything goes traditional, right?
Exactly.
But what's happening is the lenders are pushing back, particularly in this market, in this climate, and they're saying, well, we don't know who Ellie talks about.
LLC.
We want to associate this loan with a social security number and not an EIN. So that's can it happen? Absolutely, it can happen for you, but you will absolutely find more hurdles if you don't add yourself to the deed. So the realtor that's serving you needs to ensure, if you're taking your notes, I'm gonna say it one more time. It needs to say Gabby, owner of Williams Claytor Capital Group, LLC. Yes. Both of those things are on the deed. Do not just have your LLC on the deed. Gabby, why is this important? Because when you go to refinance and pay that business credit card off, the lender who is looking at the loan and considering it wants you to guarantee the debt. And oftentimes businesses are so sporadic that they feel, and we're getting more savvy. Think of what's happening, Ellie. Our community is getting more savvy, and now there's more stipulations coming down. This is not, I'm telling you, you guys, this is not by coincidence. I saw the market change 36 months ago. I was like, wait a minute, y'all was doing that. Well, yeah, we've changed some things. So be mindful of that. You could absolutely be pre-approved, take Ellie's processes, get your business credit, and begin to look for a cash flowing asset. We'll talk about, hold on, let me look at one more. I want to see if I'm talking about this.
That is so key. I'm really glad that you touched on the importance of having both. And I want you guys to recognize too, there are so many different lenders that you can utilize, right? In terms of getting the business credit card, even in terms of getting a regular business loan that you can utilize to then purchase the property. And having your deed and your business name on there is important. I'm very glad that you gave that tip.
Yes. Now, if you've already bought a property, because I don't know what we did with Ellie's. Let's say, I think Ellie, she may have bought only her LLC, but she's going to go to cash out refinance. If we get any pushback, the first thing that I'm going to do, you can do this on your own. I'm going to contact my attorney that works for Ellie on behalf of me, right? And so he's going to take her deed down to City Hall. He's going to add her to it. So I don't want you to feel like, oh man, I didn't know this. You can add yourself to a deed in any time.
At any time.
So definitely take that down. If you have an asset out there that's in an LLC, add yourself to the deed as an owner.
So good. That is so good. And what would you say too, Gabby, is the real benefit of having your LLC on it? What's the reason why we want to do it in our business name?
Well, the number one thing that my clients love to see, Ellie, is that the debt associated with that particular asset is not on the personal credit.
There we go.
So when you buy the house and the business credit, a lot of times that debt, it really should be 90% or more of the time, is in the business holds the debt. And so my clients who are high income earners, they may be buying another house, a car. They're like, let me put this over here to the side, but we got to be really careful. So we're going to add both Ellie and the LLC, just in case we need to hopscotch, we have that option. So
that's a smart way to do it, y'all. So remember, the debt is owned by the business. That's the benefit of business credit. Like I always tell you guys, keep it over there so your personal is separate. Okay. Drop a 1 in the chat if that's making sense.
Yes, please tell me if that's making sense. Am I helping you? That's what I'm seeing currently. I know a lot of us take these courses and we listen to people and stuff, but I'm telling you, I buy real estate every single day. I can't make it up. We are looking for it every day. We buy assets every single week. We talk to lenders 24 hours a day. And this is a change that I have seen, Ellie, in the last 4 months. So I was like, I got to bring this to the Mommy Millionaires so that y'all are prepared for what's next. Okay. Perfect. So I'm going to hit on a couple of things in my point one, Ellie. I want to talk about that down payment with the business credit. So I'm still right there at that business credit. I'm talking about the down payment. In the event that you say, Gabby, I want to get the asset with a regular loan, quote unquote, and I'm going to do the down payment with the business loan. What I like to see as a strategist, because I like to be a safe strategist for people's money that I'm spending millions of dollars every month, right? I just want to make sure, if you're using my strategies, that the income from the property can cover both the mortgage and the down payment back. Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes when you guys are calling me and you're talking, you're like, I got $50,000 in business credit. Can I get a loan for another $100,000 and buy an asset for $150,000? And then we can reverse engineer the math and say, well, $150,000 all in will produce what income, what rental payment? This is different for each market. Let's say it's going to produce $1,000 rental payment, Ellie. That $1,000 may not cover the mortgage and the down payment payments. And cash flow you. So if a hot water tank goes out, you got a mortgage, you got a business credit payment, and you got to pay the contractor for that. So I like to see you guys a little bit more in the green. The only time that truly works, that down payment, is when you are buying something extremely cheap. Okay. We had a client last week, Ellie, that went under contract for $40,000. She could probably put $8,000 on a business credit card. Wow. Like, she bought a house for $40,000. But when you're talking about, some of you guys live in LA, like $400,000, you may see some higher payments that you expect your cash flow. So make sure the asset makes sense for the strategy. And then the last thing that I think is the most common that I see, buying a house with business credit is really common. And also your renovations using business credit. Okay. Your renovations are really popular right now to use business credit. You can pay your contractors with your business credit card. You can go into Home Depot. You can get a Home Depot card for business. And so that's extremely, extremely possible and very normal to do. But I just want to make sure that the equation, here's what I don't, and we don't have enough time to go into all the things, but what I'm reiterating is I don't want you guys to start the process without knowing the end goal and start the process without doing the real estate math. So if you know you're buying an asset all in $100,000, everything that went into getting that asset must be paid back. So we got to make sure the real estate math is there. Okay.
All right. That makes so much sense. That's so important. That's how you guys got to look at it. Does it make sense as a whole, right?
As a whole, yes.
As a whole.
Yes, so you can buy assets all day with business credit. I am excited to talk to you all about, because I know we got a lot of entrepreneurs in Ellie's community. And so this is one of my favorite loans of all time. We did about maybe about 6 to 8 million last year, Ellie, using this loan alone with my investors. And this is called the debt service coverage, I missed the word, ratio loan. Okay. The debt service coverage ratio loan. So let's talk about what you need. We're talking about the money. Gabby, I want to buy real estate, but I'm an entrepreneur and I've quit my 9-to-5 a few months ago. This loan allows you to buy real estate with no income statements. You do not need a W-2. You do not need pay statements, payroll, whatever I don't even know what they call no more. Check stubs. What do people do? You don't need check stubs. This loan, I'm gonna say it again because I know my DMs are about to blow up. I'm saying as simple as I can. You do not need income to qualify to buy real estate. Well, Gabby, what qualifies it? The asset, Ellie. So the lender looks back. This is with a non-QM. Write the word down, QM, non-QM. Okay, this is not this ain't your Bank of America's. Right. You're looking for a non-QM broker. Okay, it's very easy to find. You can start at Google or Facebook groups. But the thing I want to drive home so you know what you're looking for when you get this loan, no income statements. I like to call it like the entrepreneur loan. It's really not called that. It's just easy for us to understand. I have this income, Ellie. I got a decent credit score. I got cash in the bank, but I don't think no one's going to lend to me because I don't have a job. This is your jam. The lender is actually giving you a loan based on the performance of the asset. So good. So watch this, Ellie. I'm going to buy a house for $100,000. My principal, interest, taxes, and insurance is going to be $600. A rental payment, Ellie, is going to be $1,200. Loan approved. Loan approved. I'm so serious. It's really that simple. But I want to give you guys some things that they're still going to need and check on. But I'm going to say it one more time because this one trips people up. Yes. You don't need income statements. Okay. You're going to buy a house for $100,000. The principal, interest, taxes, and insurance is $600. For example, you're going to rent the house out in that neighborhood for $1,200. The site that I use, I'm going to put it in the chat to determine what rents should be. This is how we determine Ellie's rents, right? Yes. When she bought assets with us, we have an account. There's the site right there. I don't know if it went. Rentometer.com. Rentometer.com, y'all. Write that down. I don't know how much to rent this house for. You're going to type in your address at rentometer.com. Rentometer tells you you can rent this for $1,200. The mortgage is $600. Loan is approved. No exaggeration. Yes. They're going to give you the loan. They're going to want a 680 credit score. It's 740 people in here. All of us probably have a 680, if not close. A 680 credit score. Okay. The rent has to cover the mortgage, which we just talked about. Which we just said. Yep. You're also going to need a down payment of 10 to 20%, depending on the credit and the lender. Okay. You're going to need a down payment of 10 to 20%, depending on the loan or the lender. You're buying a house for $100,000. You may need cash $10,000 to $20,000. That's where that business credit could come in if it makes sense for the overall asset. So maybe you're getting the business credit here. You got the loan over here from this guy. You marry them together, depending on the loan situation, right? And you're able to get your first or your next door. Okay. If that's making sense, give me a 2 in the chat. Can everyone hear and see? Because I can't. That's weird. I think everybody can hear and see. I think everyone can. Sis, refresh whoever said that, refresh your thing. But this entrepreneur loan, Gabby, this is going to change the game for so many people, because the biggest thing that I hear, right, when I
when I reached out to you about this class, I said, sis, they think that they cannot get real estate because they are new to business, or because they may not have a whole bunch of business income. So the fact that there's no income statements and the asset just needs to cover the cost.
Here's my favorite thing about your community, because you're the business credit woman, they're gonna easily be able to associate. This is a business. You guys are like, your whole community is like the business bays, right? So this is a business loan. Ellie's been talking about business credit. Ellie can talk about the debt service coverage ratio loan as a business loan, because they're not funding you anymore. They're funding the asset, which is a business. That's another shift in our mindset, Ellie. We often think we're buying real estate when we're really buying a business. And the bank says, how does that business perform? If it performs, we'll give you the money for it. Do you understand?
Exactly.
So that is so key. It's a business loan for real estate. They don't need any of your income statements. They do want to see a 680 credit score. You want to make sure that you are a I mean, that's very, very common. And so that's what I'm seeing currently in the market. Very popular loan in my community. We use it all the time. One thing I want you guys to consider, what I saw a shift in the last 6 months, is all the debt service coverage ratio lenders, they're non-QM lenders, non-QM brokers. They're often brokers, you all. They're going to want a loan minimum of $100,000. So just watch that. If you're buying super cheap, you may have to buy a little bit higher and make sure that the math is still there. So that's another thing.
That increases your portfolio super fast. I want you guys to comment in the chat, buy the business, because I love what you just said there. Comment buy the business in the chat. I often remind you all, you are building different businesses so that you can build legacy. You're not doing these things in your personal name, right? You are securing business funding, leveraging business funding to give you assets that produce income. And this debt service ratio loan is one way, one of many that you can actually make this happen. And that's very powerful.
I love it.
Because there are options.
So I just shout out my girl. She's from South Carolina. This is one of my clients here. She flew down to St. Louis to hang out with us for a weekend for Real Estate Bay Live last year. Ellie, after she left Real Estate Bay Live, she became a client, but she lost her job. So she thought, you know what, let me just wait. Oh, no, ma'am.
Oh, no.
We got to keep it moving.
Redirection. Come
on, right? So she lost her job and she thought she would have to put her real estate dreams on hold. And so what we did was we took her from a traditional lender to a debt service coverage ratio lender. That lender does not need to know she lost her job, does not need to know income statements. She had a 720 credit score, had cash in the bank. The house that you guys are looking at, she went under contract a week ago, okay? With no income statements, Ellie. No income statements.
The proof.
She had credit score and a little bit of cash in the bank. He said approved.
I love it. And
y'all, to show you guys
what it looks like. This is real estate. This is real estate. You start with one door and you grow from there. One door.
Oh, let me give you guys her numbers, because I know somebody's like, how much she buy that for? So she bought this door, Ellie, for $100,000. Her rent is going to be $1,355, and her mortgage is $675. Her rent is $1,355, Ellie. So the tenant pays the mortgage. The tenant is cash flowing her the difference. When it pays off your debt, you cash flow the difference. You have an asset. Your portfolio just grew. In 30 days, you close.
Period. We love to see it. So this just shows you guys that there are so many ways to fund these assets and to fund that vision that you have.
You all, the loan is right here. It's called, I do have a word missing. It's called the Debt Service Coverage Ratio Loan, DSCR. Okay. DSCR. We're looking for a non-QM broker.
Yes.
Okay.
DSCR. Right. I love that.
Yes. And Abe was the one, I know you're friends with Abe too, one of our lenders. Yes. He was the one who introduced us to this product, and then we just took off, Ellie. So
period.
So great. All right, let's talk about the conventional loan for investors. We're talking about the money still. I want to give you guys a lot of options so that your brain can just continue to expand. Conventional loans are still out here for investors. If you have a 9-to-5, you want to leverage that for approval. You've been at your job. You're like, I want to use my, my finances. I want to get in the door this way.
Yes.
You're going to be able to use the conventional loan. The credit score on this, you're taking your notes, is 660. That's the requirement that I'm seeing. I'm telling you guys, I put on, when I say I mean my team. I don't close deals anymore. I think Ellie was some of my last deals I closed, but my team, I have almost a little under a dozen realtors on my team. And so they're closing deals every week. We're seeing 660 credit scores still being approved in this climate market, or Ellie. But I want to make sure you guys know that now that the income matters, we have to consider the DTI, which is your debt to income ratio. I want to talk just a second about this. Your debt to income ratio with the conventional loan, traditionally, it cannot be over a 45%.
Right.
Please write that down. Gabby, what's a debt to income ratio? First, you can look up a calendar online, but here's what I want you to consider. It's not the daycare bill. It's not even the internet bill. It is your income every month.
Yes.
Okay? Your income every month. And then we look at on your credit report, what is going out. So oftentimes it's our mortgages and it's our car notes and our credit card payments. Those are the main things that's in some personal loans, right? It's not like the daycare. It's not the light bill. So don't be like, oh, I can't do this thing because I got a lot of bills. No, it's the minimum payment of everything reported to your credit card.
Yes.
And your monthly income. Okay. So for example, you make $10,000 a month. You pay out every month on the credit card, on the credit report, $4,500. Your DTI is 45%.
There we go. And that's the percentage you want to be at, right? We don't want to go over.
You want to be under.
Yes.
You want to be under. Yep.
Good. That's perfect. Good for you guys to know.
So good. So don't forget, on that conventional loan, you're taking your notes. We're going to need to see income statements for 2 years. So now we got to do a little bit of digging. A lot of my clients skip this and go to debt service coverage. Ray, we ain't got time for all that. We got to scrub. We got all your income statements. We need tax returns. We finna call your job. Seriously. It's a lot that goes into the conventional. That's why people often like that number 2 we talked about, which is the debt service coverage ratio loan. Okay.
Love that.
So one more thing on this actually applies to all of your lenders. I really, if you didn't take notes on anything I said so far, please run to the baby's book bag, grab the pencil and crayons.
Come on, y'all, write this down, please.
Please write this down, because this is going to hurt me if you guys don't get this part. Okay. So we talked about it a little bit earlier. Ellie wasn't funded. I wasn't funded. People told me no my whole life, Chad. I'm used to it. So Ellie, the thing that I want your community I want to drive home is, if you're not, before you allow a lender to pull your credit, I gotta pause for the calls. Please listen to me. Before you let a lender run your credit, this is what I want you to tell them that Bay said. Bay said, do you have a PDF document that you will give me if I am not approved, that will give me a game plan for pre-approval when I come back? Let me say it one more time. You're asking, the word you're looking for is a game plan. Do you have, if I'm not approved, so you say, hey, US Bank, my name is Gabby. I'm looking to get a mortgage with you, but wait a minute before you pull my credit, because I know you're a little thirsty. Before you pull my credit, I want to know that you can assure me that if I'm not approved, you're going to give me a game plan with itemized to-dos to grow my pre-approval opportunity, or my pre-approval rate. You understand? So we got denied, but then we turned the no into a how. Okay. This is how you turn the no. You got to leave. I wish I had my computer up because I could show you one that it looks like. It literally says game plan at the top, and then it has 1, 2, 3. Do this, your score will go from a 660 to a 690. Do this, your score will. You got to know the why. Okay. So if we get a no, how? The next question is, I know you didn't approve me, but how can I be approved? Exactly. Don't let them this is what they do oftentimes, Ellie. They go, well, we just, we need you to work on a few things. No. I need you to type it up in a PDF document, because I'm going to go do these things, because I learned with Ellie's class that I can't procrastinate and I got to keep it moving. And a no is just, I forgot what you be saying. Another opportunity. Okay.
I love that, y'all.
Please, y'all, please.
Comment game.
Get the game plan.
Game plan. Write that down. Game plan. That's very important, Gabby, because I can tell you, I know a lot of people don't know that. These lenders will send you away and just say bye. But
They
I
will.
love what you said. We got to turn the no into a how. And I tell you guys this on the other end of it, when you're getting business funding, right? Let's say if you're going to a business lender, if these people are telling you no, you have a right to ask for a reconsideration. And you also have the right to ask for a plan, right? As to what you can do differently to get approved the next time. These things are your rights. You're supposed to ask for it. But a lot of the time, the lender's not going to tell you that because they don't want to do as much work, right?
Yes.
So we're going to set you up for success.
You're getting that game plan. You get a no, you're getting a copy of your credit report immediately.
Yes.
Immediately. Yep. Somebody said repeat the loan amount for the debt service coverage ratio. The minimum is 100,000 for your conventional. I forgot to say, each lender changes for the conventional. What I'm currently seeing as a standard, Ellie, is about 60,000. A lender will let you buy as low as 60,000 for that conventional. Debt service coverage ratio, we need 100,000. That conventional, you could pick up some cheap assets at 60,000.
Okay. That's really good. And what you said earlier too, Gabby, is if you get that conventional and you have enough of a down payment on your business credit card, you might be able to put the two together, right? Yes. 10K on the business credit card, 50K on the conventional, as long as it makes sense for the total amount of the asset.
Yep.
Love that.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Love that. Y'all comment got it if you got it. Oh my God, it's me.
Oh no, wait, Ellie, go back.
Get too excited.
Y'all, I am cracking up. Okay, I am cracking up. Somebody said, oh, let me answer Tiara real quick. What loans can you do if you file bankruptcy? 2 years discharge. You got to go with private money. And then you also need to find the non-QM broker in the area that you want to buy in. And you're going to tell him your you're not going to let him pull your credit. You're going to tell him your financial state. Hi, non-QM broker. My name is Tiara, and I had a bankruptcy 2 years ago. Here's my financials. Here is my goal. Will you fund me? And then not even will you fund me, because they'll say, yeah. Say, have you funded anybody in this situation before in the last 90 days? Okay. Yeah. So we got to know what they're doing right now, because they didn't do something 9 years ago and then they pull your credit and they lied. So
okay. So you can search for non-QM broker in X city, right? Like St. Louis, Florida, California. Got it. So you guys are going to search non-QM lender in that specific city you want to start in, and make sure that you ask them those questions. Have you approved someone in the last 90 days? Yes. Here's my financial circumstance.
Yes, I love it. And then I know Ellie is going to, I'll see if we can do some bonuses to help you guys even more on the lending side. I have some bonuses I really want to give out, but I want Ellie to give me the green light.
Yes,
to help you guys. Okay. Well, we're going to give you guys some bonuses from my agency, and I'll send them over to Ellie's team. I'm going to get, we'll talk about it at the end. Let me grab this private lender really quickly, because this is another one that I think is slept on. And it is a little bit intimidating to find somebody like this. Okay. So now we're taking that same strategy. Google is your friend, as well as Facebook groups. Gabby, what do you mean Facebook groups? That means if I'm investing in the St. Louis market, this is how I built my portfolio, Ellie. I joined every St. Louis real estate investing Facebook group there was. Every single one of them. And then I asked the questions, what private lenders are you using in this market? People start commenting. I start taking Zoom calls to make sure they're legitimate. And I began to build up a database of lenders off of referrals. Okay. So that is definitely a hack, your Facebook groups for investors in your market.
I love that.
The private lender is best found through referrals. It's best found through referrals. Some of the things I want you guys to consider, because private lender, oftentimes people think, Ellie, you just show them a deal and they're going to approve it. Your private lenders may also still be running that credit score and want a 680. I've seen this. They're going to they're going to want a 680. The private lenders, they're still going to want, this is for all your lenders, they're going to want to make sure your student loans are not in default. I'm getting ready to tell you guys why. Your student loans cannot be in default. Gabby, for how long? I think 90 days should get you pre-approved. So you may be buying an asset next quarter. Don't get discouraged. It's a hurdle, not a mountain. Okay. You call up the student loan department, you get on the minimum loan amount, and you get those student loans out of default.
Yes.
Here's why private money, conventional money, all the money, they're going to want those student loans out of default, because at any time the government can put a lien on that asset. But they just gave you money for it. So they're like, dang, we just gave Ellie, we gave Ellie $100,000 and we forgot to check. So everybody checks the student loans. Please, please, please write that down. Always, always make sure the student loans are out of default.
Yes.
Before you start your real estate journey. That's really important. And I think a lot of us miss that. Your credit score for private money needs to be at a 680 or greater. Oftentimes they're going to want 10 to 20%. But my favorite thing about private money, this is non-QM lenders. Okay. So they're not Bank of America. These guys are going to be, I'll ask Ellie if you want me to drop one of my favorite private lenders. I'll give you guys, we got 694 people in here. Whew,
drop it.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
Drop it. Everybody comment, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat.
No, I'm going to here. Let me just.
Because you guys got to know there's always options. I love that you guys are asking questions, that you're engaged. That's so good.
Okay. I want to give you the exact person to talk to because this is just going to be a general. See, he don't even have his stuff on here. See,
there we go.
Everybody said drop it. If y'all want me to drop my favorite private money lender, just, I don't really, Ellie, tell them I don't give these things out.
She really doesn't, y'all, but this is my girl, and y'all are the business bays. So
I love it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys the link to apply with him. His name is Ken, and he's with Lending One. Okay. I'm going to put it in the package. I'm finna hook y'all up. I literally I have never given out a lender, let alone a private lender. Okay. So we're getting ready to give you guys his exact link to apply, his first and last name, and his company is called Lending One. Okay. He does millions of dollars every year. So strictly for the people that are logging on tonight, because I'm so excited about you guys.
Come on, y'all. That's what you get for being in the room. That's
in the room. Don't miss any more. I'm about to hook y'all up. I'm gonna put y'all's package together. I'm gonna send it over to Ellie's team, and she's gonna blast it out to y'all.
You guys are gonna
be able to start immediately.
I love that.
I love it. That was God just moved on my heart, child. Because I said, "Oh, okay." Now we can move to the next slide. I'm crazy.
So, you guys, I want to share that I am one of the women who has made this happen. You guys know my story. I started this business 3 years ago after divorce in the corner of my mother's living room with nothing to my name. I started with a $1,200 stimulus check, y'all, and an EBT card. And look at how life has changed. So I want you guys to understand, I set a goal. I had my why, I had my who, and that created my vision. And for me, my vision was to make sure that each of my children have a minimum of 2 investment properties. Since I set that goal in 2020, I got my first 3 out of those in 2021, and it's just been up ever since. These properties not only are assets, but it's cash flow. I want you guys to realize that real estate is true passive income. I still have my business, and you guys see me working every day, and I'm emailing you, and I'm going live, and I'm creating my, business, my classes, everything, but my portfolio is paying me whether I decide to show up, not show up, sleep, go on vacation, anytime. And this is something that I know my kids are going to benefit from. So I'm here to tell you again, you are next. Because if I can, you can.
Period.
If I could do it and start from what I started with, then you can absolutely do it. And the strategies, right? You've seen already just in what we've covered so far, that the strategies actually work. And all of you in here are future mommy millionaires. And so it's time to put those strategies to work, y'all. It is time. It is time. So here's another.
Yes, this is another door. It's a little dark, but you guys get the sentiment of it. So we are in the St. Louis market. I forgot to say that. Somebody asked, where are y'all finding doors for $100,000? Okay, so Ellie got a door for like 70 something. So we definitely find them. This one on your screen right here, we bought this for $44,000, Ellie, from my client. She was like, you can't show my face, but that's okay. I think I have a picture of her somewhere. Her name is Winsome from Atlanta. And she got this property for $44,000 after negotiating probably about $15,000 down from my team. So we do heavy negotiations to ensure that our clients just are the most profitable as possible. And one of the cool things about Winsome's story, Ellie, is that future mommy millionaire, absolutely tenacious. She's from the islands. She's from the Bahamas. She lives in Atlanta now. but she was doing a lot of like YouTubing and podcasts, and she never got a chance to join a community like what you're creating and actually trusting somebody to walk her through getting it done until she found our agency and communities like yours as well. So she closed on her door, and her door cash flows every month $1,000. Now, mind you, had she got a loan, she's putting down $8,000, $1,000. Like, it's just
Look at that. Look at the difference. Cash flow. So let's talk about this market, right?
Yes.
We're doing this. Gabby does hers in St. Louis, but I need you guys to understand that you are able to utilize these processes in multiple markets, right? It isn't just a one size fits all. And the biggest thing I want to say about this too, please don't feel limited to where you live.
Yes.
I live in Los Angeles, y'all. I am not investing in real estate in Los Angeles. Not right now, right? Because it's $2 million to start. And that's just not on my spirit right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not trying to do that right now. So I want you to realize where you are is just where you are, but you don't have to limit yourself to that. This whole country is for you. All of these markets are for you. So let's really get into what that can look like, Gabby.
Ellie, let me scroll up to skip these two. This is Canva tries to play us.
Okay, you can. Okay, you can do it too.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so the right market. Again, I'm in St. Louis. That picture that we showed you, all we're showing you is investors that, I don't want to say specialize in the St. Louis market, but they focus on the St. Louis market for their assets. But here's how you discover the right market. Everybody can invest in St. Louis. I think 704 of y'all can, because we got plenty of real estate, but everybody can invest in St. Louis. So the first thing that I tell new investors is when you're looking for the market, it has to be affordable. Okay. She already talked about this slide because she said, I'm in LA, I can't do this. So she pivoted. And so one thing I tell clients all the time, or people that take calls with me, Ellie, I say, you have the capital. They say, I got the capital. You got the mindset. They say, I got the mindset. You got the credit. If you cannot take action in your desired market in 90 days, you have to pivot markets.
Yes.
It should happen in 90 days. And so that's one of our promises in the agency. You join us, 90 days, you're going to have keys, right? Like that's just what we do, because we want people to realize it does not take 9 years. It takes a made up mind. It takes money, and it takes the right market, right? And you guys got a chance to talk about the made up mind, your vision. We went over a lot of money tactics that are very easy and seamless. And now it's like, what market do I do this in? You can try your own without question, but you should be writing contracts before or within 90 days. Okay. So that's the very first one. The second thing I want to make sure that you're considering with your right market is, can the rents grow? One of the things that I saw, Ellie, was that people were following, the strategies and what I'm doing. I actually met, she flew into one of my live events, and she said, Gabby, I bought a property, middle of nowhere, Georgia, for $100,000. And I thought, oh, great. This is you bought a property. Because oftentimes, you guys, we think buying the property, when I get that, everything will make sense. This lady dropped $100,000. She did all the right things. She had the wrong market. Gabby, what do you mean? The market that she decided to invest in, Ellie, yes, it was affordable. But what she found out was that her rental growth was limited. Why? There was no new development in the area.
Yep.
There was nothing progressive happening in the area. There wasn't a mayor or councilman or a board that was pushing developers to come into the city. And so those are the things that you have to consider when you decide, okay, I got a market, I can afford it. Can I grow my rents? Because nobody wants to rent a house out for $900 for the next 20 years. Do you understand? So she bought that house, Ellie, and it's in the red. I walked through her portfolio. I said, you got to sell this. This isn't going to work. Because I said, can you increase the rents? She literally, it's at the ceiling. She's at the top. And so the market determines the rents. So here in St. Louis, Ellie's, I cannot wait till you come back. Ellie's since she's left, let's talk about since Ellie left. She flew in, spent the weekend with us, went to lunch, like we hung out. Since she's left, our city has opened a new Target in 2 years. We're not a major city. We opened a brand new Target. We've opened 2 Top Golfs. Think about, why is Top Golf coming to a city like St. Louis? Because developers talk to developers. So the Target developer, I'm not exaggerating. If the Target is here, the Top Golf is here. You don't think that they talked? These people have 10-year plans for developing cities, and St. Louis is one of those cities. The third thing that has happened in our market that's going to allow Ellie to confidently grow her rents, because your duplex is up the street from me, and I can hit a rock and hit Top Golf. Top Golf is right here.
Yeah.
So she's seeing this new development in her area. But the third thing that has happened is we just got a minor league soccer team. So we're talking about a $580,000 infrastructure. I'm not exaggerating. Just went up downtown. Who likes soccer? People internationally from all over the world are coming in, Jamaican and Asian, like all over the world to St. Louis. They're going to need Airbnbs. They're going to need, the coaches and the staff and the players are going to need places to live. And so Ellie has positioned her portfolio in a market that can grow rents. That's what I'm talking home. You got to make sure wherever you decide to rent, there's some development coming down.
That is so good. Now, are there like some good ways they can check? Would you say that website Rental Meter is a good way to check new developments? How else can we look and make sure that this is a city that's going to do some things?
So one of the things you're going to absolutely be able to do is, I know this sounds like really dry, but you can log onto the city website and you can ask the city manager for the notes of the city meetings.
Oh, wait a minute. I love that.
I like it. People are like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, but you can see that. Ellie, watch this. This is why this is so important. It's so good. Okay. Because I can't make every city meeting. My alderwoman has a meeting. I think it's tonight. I can't make it. But I can log onto the city website. I can ask the city manager or the alderperson's assistant for the notes. What am I looking for in the notes, Ellie talk? What am I looking for? I'm looking for development approvals. So in the notes from 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago was Top Golf.
Yes.
Woo! Wait a minute, Target, 2 Top Golfs, a major league soccer team. Wait a minute. There's something happening to this city. That's so good to me. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Just ask the city manager. And when you get some alone time, you scroll through your iPad. This may be a good one, babe. You turn and you look at the kids. We going to St. Louis. Like that's it's so simple. In order for a developer to develop any land, okay, it's public service. Top Golf is a public arena. They have to get the approvals through the board.
Yes.
They have to get their proof through the board. Where do those notes live? They live on a database that you can ask for at any given time.
Yes, y'all. That is so good. Drop a 1 in the chat for that.
I'm glad you guys like that. I was like, don't talk about me. This is nerdy, but
they love this. These are my business besties. They know. And I want to point something out to y'all. Think about how this is powerful for your business as well, right? When you're buying real estate, you're buying the business. But think about for your own businesses. Think about if you're looking at relocating your business, you're able to see into the future almost. I'm going to set up shop here because I know a year from now, 2 years from now, the exact customer I'm looking for is on the way.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. That's so good.
That's so good. And what does that also mean, you guys? That means that more lenders are going to be lending to that area. That means that more approvals are going to be happening in that area. Ooh. So if we're checking the city notes, guess who's also checking? Lenders, banks, right? You guys got to put this together. So that is a major hack. That is a major hack.
It is a hack. It really is. You can ask once a quarter. You can ask oftentimes board of aldermen meet 3 to 4 times a year. What's going on in the city? How do I find it out? The city managers, your alder person, they're going to give you those things. Because watch this, as an alder person, as a city manager, as a mayor, when we are sworn in, we are sworn into the people that we're serving that we're going to develop the land. Like no mayor is saying, I'm gonna make sure nobody comes here and build a top. No, we want people to stay. We want implants to build. We don't want implants to leave. Like, I was in St. Louis for 2 years. It wasn't nothing to do. Well, no, I stayed because I was watching soccer, playing golf, baby. I was all over the
I was doing
it all. We want that person to stay. So the other thing that you guys can do, if we stay right there, since y'all like that, one thing that was really helpful to me, Ellie, is to know what tax incentives my mayor was giving small and major businesses. So my mayor set out, and this is public knowledge, you can do the same thing. She set out anybody that developed in the city limits got a 10-year tax abatement. She did that 2 years. Everywhere I look, there's just infrastructures going. I'm like, okay, y'all are clown. Like this, we may be the new Atlanta. No,
right.
But she gave a 10-year tax. We have our first Black woman mayor ever, another mommy, definitely future millionaire. I love Tashara. She did a 10-year tax abatement as soon as she got in office. And she said, our city needs to continue to grow. We need to attract investors. Okay, period. And so how do I do that? I tell big developers that for 10 years, I'm going to waive your taxes if you decide to build stuff here. So everybody started flocking to St. Louis and they started building on land. I'm not exaggerating. Up the street from Ellie's Rentals, up the street from my house, we're just seeing huge infrastructures being built. So I'll leave you guys with that. I'm excited that you
love that. Y'all, that is powerful. That's how you're going to look into the future of all of these markets. And you can find that on any of those city council websites.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Any of them.
Perfect. And so the last thing you all is, let me switch it because I'm using two different screens. Oh, there we go. Is equity. Gabby, how do I know I'm in the right market? We can go back to the scenario of the lady that bought the property in middle of nowhere, Georgia. This is a good deal because I can afford it. Affordability is one component. Watch the components. There's 3 that I'm sharing tonight. Affordability is one component, but you got to make sure that the equity is growing. I told you, we went live and we talked about this, Ellie. She bought her duplex, maybe the other one too, but she bought her duplex. And I said, I want you to do an appraisal for me. She did an appraisal and the equity grew. And it couldn't have been more than 4 or 5 months, $33,000 in 4 to 5 months. Why did that happen? You guys, the new development was here. It's on the brink, right? So she was able to capture people that are developing in housing as well as a business infrastructure. So we want to make sure that your market is in a place to ensure that equity is on the rise. Okay.
Yes.
So what we see is that every 2 years, what I'm seeing is my clients, even the cheap rentals, y'all. Somebody put cheap in the chat. $5. I bought a rental for 10 grand, like the 50-cent rentals, right? Even those are growing every 2 years by at least $20,000. That's the trend that we see when we strategic plan for our clients. So your equity's got to be there. Don't just buy because it's affordable. Don't just be like, I'm just going to raise the rents to $1 million. Is the city doing enough to ensure that the investor sees a high return should they want to borrow from their asset?
And that's so powerful too, Gabby, because equity is like free money, y'all. That's what
Tell them, Ellie,
it's literally free money.
The bag is.
You bought the asset, and because other things are happening, because you went to the city council website and you knew that these developments were coming, now you just gained an extra free $30,000 on the value of your property for free. And now you can borrow against that, right? Yes. You can use that to go and get another door. I mean, this is why we tell you guys, start with one.
Start with one. Yes. That's one of my biggest mantras for you all. Please, if you're taking your notes, I know you're excited because we're excited. Start with one. Don't think, well, I don't got enough for 10, baby. That one could unlock another 3. Then those 3 can unlock another. Real estate is really a jog. We often are racing to the bag. Real estate is like it's a trot. You got to.
Come on, trot. Come on.
It's a power walk. Come on, mommies. We be in you just power walk through it, right? You're not running to the bag in real estate. You're like layering in like this whole portfolio that feeds you forever. And oftentimes it's going to take years to see it. But I'm telling you that, Ellie, let me tell you something. The investor that starts today, starts with your program, and say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to hold. I can guarantee you every dime in my checking account that lady that starts today and the lady that never starts, she will be happier in 10 years. She's going to look back like, all I bought was 3 and I made this and I got this equity. All I bought was 2 or 1. The person that starts in real estate often never regrets it. When you do it right, there will be no regrets. Will it be hard? Do it right and don't have any regrets. So I love that. So
I love that. Do it right, have no regrets, right? We are passing down real estate, not regrets. We are passing down deeds and not distress. And I wanted to make sure we include another successful client. Brittany worked with me. She came through our program and now worked with Gabby and has doors. Y'all, listen to this. $250,000 in assets. In assets. Which means these are going to appreciate. She's going to get more free money.
I'm telling you.
Brittany has done amazing things, Gabby. Tell us more about how she accomplished this.
Yes. So she leveraged her 9 to 5 when she was working her job in order to grab conventional loans to buy her assets. Brittany was one of those clients, Ellie, that just said, what do you think? If you think it's a good deal, if you think the equity is going to be there after we do X, Y, and Z, I'm going to say yes and move forward. Like she just trusts the process and she has a really strong vision for herself. So after buying her assets with us, we've done renovations with her. We've increased her equity. She now is a full-time entrepreneur. So she's using her rental income to live off of. She's building her equity in her assets, and she's now pursuing her full-time passions because she has established herself in a profitable portfolio.
Yes.
And so she went through Ellie's program. She loved Ellie. She was like Ellie's my girl now. Like when we got on our call, I was like, "Hi, how can I help? I want to, let's meet." She was like, "I'm only here for Ellie." I was like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "I'm working with you because Ellie, I don't know you, lady." But no, we end up being
great. Ellie, right? Y'all, listen.
Great friends, and she just killed the process. She focused on this market, and we're still working together. But right now, she has about $250,000 in assets just in our first half of our contract together. So.
Y'all, I just need y'all to know that you are next. Comment in the chat again. I am next. These are real women, y'all. This is not from a stock photo. Brittany is a real person.
No, she's real.
Like, these are real results, and I need you guys to understand the reason we include these is so that you realize how very possible it is for you.
Yes.
It didn't start with all the bags. They didn't start with millions and millions of dollars. They started with a why, a who, and a vision.
Come on.
A why, a who, and a vision, and it brought them to the next step. So I want us to just review this wealth path, right? We're here to build wealth. You guys wanted to come to this class because you know that you want to obtain real estate for the goal of building wealth. You guys commented things like freedom. You commented legacy. You commented generational wealth. You commented the names of your family, those that you love. And so I really want to paint this wealth path for you, right? And Gabby, you understand this. This is what this journey to wealth building is going to look like. You're forming your business. A lot of you guys already have your business. Many of you guys are starting your businesses. That is the first step. We are buying businesses. You're not doing this in your personal name. You are doing this in a business name so that it lives beyond you. You are securing funding. We talked about tonight 4 different ways that you are going to leverage to secure funding, to buy income producing assets like real estate, right? So our DSCR loan, debt service coverage ratio loan, okay? The entrepreneur loan, AKA, this is funding that you are getting as a result of your business, as a result of the asset to go and buy more income producing assets. Now I want to take it a step further, you guys. When you have your business, now you're making money, you're securing funding, you're able to go and do more. I want you to think about hiring your kids into your business. Now, this is what we do to start passing down that legacy. So you hire your children into your business. Maybe they help you with the property. Maybe your children help you with social media. Maybe your children help you with your storefront. Maybe they help you pack orders. You are starting to build that legacy. Now you're going to take it a step further. You're going to invest what you pay them into a custodial Roth IRA.
Love it.
So now, not only are you building these wealthy kids by having assets for them in real estate, but they also have investment portfolios, because when you hire your children into your business, you can invest into a Roth IRA for them. And when you invest every single year, y'all, you are setting your kids up to have $1 million portfolio in their 30s and 40s.
I love it.
And this is a fact. It's just math.
Yeah, it's math.
So now let's take it even further. We form business entities for your kids. Now your kids have LLCs, right? So they're 10, 9, 11 years old, growing up. Their business entities are getting seasoned. They're building their business credit. They're able to secure funding. Some of these assets and properties that you go out and get, you buy them in the name of the LLC that your child owns.
Yes.
And now we're really building wealth, and we want to make sure that you follow these steps, because ultimately we have to make sure these assets go into a trust fund. Everybody comment trust fund baby in the chat.
Ooh.
I want us to normalize trust fund babies in our communities, right? I remember the first time I heard about trust fund babies, it was at my predominantly white school, and the kids were talking about how they are trust fund babies. And I was like, okay, well, what's that? No, we need to make sure that this becomes normalized in our communities. We need to make sure that our kids are trust fund babies, and you will do that. All of the steps that you are learning are going to lead you down this path. So let's kind of do a little bit of a wealth check-in, right? We know that real estate is a big part of this wealth. We know that having a trust fund is a big part of it. Your business entity, investment accounts for you and the family, life insurance, passive income. I want you guys to have every single piece of this puzzle, right? We don't just want one and not the others. We want all of them, right, Gabby? We want all these ways to build
everything. Yes.
You want to make sure that you are covered on all fronts. You want to have your plan for real estate. You want to have your business entities. You want to have your investment accounts. These things start to fund each other. You will find that the more businesses you have, the more real estate you can acquire. And the crazy thing about it, Gabby, it's almost like a domino effect. Right?
Yes. It's absolutely. You get bit by the bug of investing, and you figure out ways where the life insurance pays for the real estate, or the real estate goes in a Roth IRA. Every payment that comes in goes in an IRA, and that continues to compound. Like, it's like the domino effect is really inevitable if you continue to go and grow.
You really do continue to grow and grow. I want you guys to comment in the chat. What would it mean to all of you to have each of these categories secure? You already commented freedom. You commented legacy. I want us to revisit that. What does life look like when you have all of these boxes checked off in a real way? What does this look like for your family? What does this mean? How do you feel? What does this mean for your bills? What does this mean for your kids? Are you traveling more? I feel like real estate investing, I feel like wealth building is soft life, right? Yeah. Soft life is trending. We hear talk about all the time. No. This version of soft life is you have passive income. You have real estate. You know that whether you get up out of bed or not, you're making money. You have businesses. You have a trust fund. That's the ultimate definition of soft life. That is the ultimate definition of what it really means to be a mommy millionaire. I believe that you guys are the wealth builder your legacy has been waiting for. Come on. I believe that you are the wealth builder that your entire ancestry has been waiting for. Because here's what I want us to understand. Our moms didn't pass $1 million down to us, but I still believe that they were mommy millionaires. The only difference between what you are able to do for your children and what your mom was able to do for you is right now you have information that she may not have had access to. Yeah. You have a program and an ability to execute that she may not have had access to. But what you have to make sure that you do is you don't just get the information and decide to not take action. What did you say at the beginning of today, Gabby? You said immediate obedience.
Immediate obedience. Ooh, tying right in.
Immediate obedience. We said immediate obedience. So you're going to do yourself a disservice if you leave this class tonight and you don't get to work. We're not going to do that. Yeah. We're not going to do that. You've gotten way too much information to just stop right now. You got to keep going. You have to take the next step. So I want to make sure you guys understand that you have the ability to take the next step right now with us in this room. And I want to welcome you and further introduce you to the Mommy to Millionaire Challenge. Okay, listen. If you know me, if you've ever been in any of my classes, even in this class right now, you know anytime I bring people together in a room, it's value.
That's right.
It's information. Yeah. It's life-changing. I want everyone to comment the word value in the chat. Yeah. Comment value in the chat. These are some women. We've had over 2,100 women graduate through the Mommy to Millionaire program. We've got dads. We've got aunties. Yeah. We've also had grandmas graduate. And these are some of the women who have done the very things that are on that wealth checklist I just showed you. They got life insurance. They got their trust fund. They secured real estate. They have investment accounts for themselves and their kids. They have passive income. So I want to know, these beautiful women that you see, if they can do it, why not you?
Why not you? Why not me?
You've seen the mommy millionaires, even in this presentation, who have been able to make real estate happen. So I want to show you guys exactly what you're going to get throughout these 6 days, because this is not another course. You don't need another course. You don't need another course. You don't need another YouTube video. You don't need another 6 months trying to do it on your own. I'm asking you to commit 6 days. Gabby's going to be in the challenge with me. I'm asking you to commit 6 days to accountability, to support, to being able to be consistent about your goals, to being clear on what those steps look like. And each single day, this is what it's going to look like. You have to commit to this every day. Everybody comment the word commit if you're ready to commit. These women committed to themselves. I want to make sure that you can too. The women who secured their real estate properties, they committed. I want to make sure that you can too. Yes. Every day looks like this. We're going to start off VIP business day. We're going to write your business plan. We're going to write your pitch deck so you can get more funding in order to make these next goals happen. If you're someone that's in here without a business plan, that ends today. We will be doing this together in class. Like I said, you don't need another course. You need a live room where you are doing the work and you are implementing on the spot. Next day, we are going over your trust funds, setting it up, why you need it, how to set it up, putting together your estate plan. I want you to realize we have been brainwashed to believe that you only need a trust fund if you're already rich. But I want you to understand that in order to be rich, you must have a trust fund. They told us the opposite because they didn't want us to know our own power. You must have a trust fund if you want rich to even be a conversation. Period. So whether you have one house now or $1,000 in your bank account right now, I'm going to walk you through how to get a trust fund and why you need it. Then we are going straight into life insurance, how you're going to borrow from your policies and why you should. Yes. We're diving into real estate. You guys are going to see Gabby again. How you're going to get pre-approved. Yay. Going through your pre-approval list. Maybe even getting some of you pre-approved on the spot. Period. On the spot, walking away with what you need. We're diving into taxes and strategies that only the wealthy use. And of course, it would not be an LE class if we did not set up a business for your children right there on the spot. So we are going to be going over e-commerce and drop shipping, setting up yourself with an e-commerce and drop shipping store if you don't have one, and setting it up for your children. Because one thing I want you to understand is while your kids are out playing, they're going to their friend's house, they're at the mall, this drop shipping store is going to make them passive income and make you passive income at the same time. All of these women have achieved this. You are next. I want you to, again, comment the word commit in the chat. I'm asking you to commit 1 week, not a year, not 3 years, 1 week to making something happen. I want you to think about all the time you've probably lost trying to do it alone, right, Gabby? All the women that you've met in your own program, Gabby, who tried to do it by themselves, but when they got the support, when they got the program, when they joined the community, they started to see results. Yes, thriving. So here's what I want you all to understand, right? We see a lot of people online. They've got $50,000 programs, girl, $80,000 programs. I talked to somebody today who was talking about $100,000 program. Woo! Wait a minute. I want you guys to understand the difference when you are working with me, when you're working with us. So here's everything you're going to get. Of course, you're getting those full days, your bonus VIP day for your business plans and your pitch deck, live Q&A session every single day, because sometimes you have that one question that needs an answer to set you up for success. You have a 24/7 community support. You have lifetime access to this class. Ooh. So 3 years from now, girl, you might decide, you know what? I need to go back and rewatch that class about real estate so I can get that lender one more time. You still have lifetime access. You're going to get workbooks and lenders lists. You are getting 900 business grants. And next year we have a 2024 Mommy Millionaire graduation. Every single year we honor our mommies. So mark your calendars, sis, because it's going to be a vibe, just like it has always been. Now, this is a total value of close to $10,000, but I need you to understand, you don't have to invest $10,000 in order to make your life change right now. I want to take you guys back to when I started my business with a $1,200 stimulus check. I didn't have anybody's $10,000. I didn't have anybody's $7,000. I didn't have anybody's $5,000. I had I had just myself. Now I've created this so that you have a community and that you are able to start this with a couple $100, y'all. This is like, Ellie, she's giving this away for free. It's free.
Ellie, this is a little too low. No,
Gabby, it's literally free, and I need the people to understand. I really want you guys to understand. This is all 6 days for a couple $100. This ends up translating to about $55 today. I want you guys to comment in the chat. I'm worth $55.
Big worth.
Please comment
is
that
dirt cheap.
Because I need you to understand. I'm worth $55. You are worth that. And remember, this is you committing to yourself. I'm grateful to God to say I've already done these things.
Yep. Same.
These things, right? Gabby and I, we've already done these things on this list. We have done them. I have been tasked with the responsibility to turn around and hold my hand out and pull thousands more of you through to help make it happen.
Love it.
For a couple $100. So let's review. As a VIP, you are going to get that bonus VIP day to write your business plan and your pitch deck. You are going to get an hour of VIP Q&A every single day. You are getting all 5 days. You're in the accountability group. And don't forget, you have lifetime access to these replays. And more than that, you have an actual community that is going to hold you accountable. Because I know a lot of y'all have come here today and you've been to several classes. You've watched 1,000 hours of YouTube videos. You've bought 1,000 courses, but you haven't had someone to hold your hand and look you in the face and say, sis, get it done.
Yeah.
Today is the day you're going to get it done. Today is the moment that you are going to commit. Your kids are worth you investing $55 a day. Your legacy is worth you investing $55 a day. So let's go ahead and make it happen. Everybody comment, I'm ready in the chat if you're ready.
Yes. You should have 550 people in this challenge because this is dirt cheap. I didn't know it was this cheap, y'all.
I didn't even know. Let's get the people in here.
I thought it was going to be at least about $2,000. I'm seriously not even joking. I was like, oh, Ellie's doing, let me jump over, help our community. I'm excited to serve. Whoa, she's really doing this out of the kindness of her heart. This is not a money grab. This is solely purpose-driven work. For 6 days to sit in a room with multimillionaires, it just doesn't make any sense. So you should have 550.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
People in the same community that you're meeting in the chat. Come on, this is
comment ready. So I want you guys to understand, right? Here are all the days broken down. I'm going to click and I'm going to show you guys what that site looks like. But I really want to give a bonus to those of you who take action right away. When you take action right now, and I know you guys are, for the next 20 people who take action right away, you're going to get a bonus day in the challenge. I'm doing a private grant writing workshop for the grants that are due this month. There are over $100,000 in free money available this month. And I want to make sure that you guys are prepared to go and get it. So you're getting this bonus day of a grant writing workshop. That'll be next week. You are going to get a venture capital investing class with a company that is sponsoring the challenge. They are called Mom Juice. And lastly, you are going to get an investor checklist and a lender list. So it's really a non-negotiable.
Ellie, should I put my stuff here? Should we just give it as a fast action bonus?
There we go. Make it a bonus.
I don't know if I want to give my favorite private lender to people that don't take action. Because you're just gonna blow him up and he's gonna be like, why you send me up? But I like people to take action too. So what if I throw in, Ellie, seriously, the link to apply, because I'm a broker with him, his lending services, he's private money. You're not gonna find him probably on Google. His link to apply to him, his first, his last name, his email, so you guys feel secured on your real estate ventures. And I throw in one of my favorite resources that we use in the agency is the lender call list. And so the exact questions you should be asking a real estate lender in order to feel comfortable letting them pull your credit and working with them. I would love to throw that in if you're good, but I want to give it to the people that's taking action, Ellie. You tell me.
I want to give it to the people that's taking action, y'all. Comment, I want it in the chat. If you want it, comment, I want it in the chat. Because that's true. Why would we give away these private lenders if you're not going to actually do the work?
You're not going to, I'm going to give it to the fact.
You've been trying to do it alone all this time. Why would you continue doing it alone? I need you guys to understand something that changed my life. You have to do things you haven't done before to get results you've never had before. You have to do things you've never done to get things you've never had. And if you know you've been doing the same thing and getting the same result that isn't working, then you have to make sure that you do the opposite now. This challenge represents you doing the opposite, taking action and getting 5 bonuses, the 3 that I put, and then the 2 that Gabby just mentioned.
We did not plan this, Ellie.
We literally didn't.
Like, I think I want to give it to the people that's taking action. Like,
I want to make sure that
we're talking about he just funded a $700,000 deal with somebody that was denied 5 times. That's the lender I'm giving, a top lender.
Come on, y'all. Imagine you investing $55 a day in yourself, what, $397 to turn around and be able to get a property valued at $100,000. Tell me that's not a return. Tell me that is not a return on your own investment. That is not a return for your own legacy. I need you all to understand that when you receive an opportunity that's presented to you, you know when it's time to say yes. I need you to say yes to yourself.
Ooh.
I need you to say yes to yourself. You know that we would not be in here if it wasn't a real situation, if you were not going to get real results. Y'all know this. You know this. This is your opportunity to actually say yes to yourself. So I want to show you guys exactly how you are going to do it. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go to the link just so you can see how to navigate and how to check out. So the challenge is the 7th through the 11th. Mark your calendars. It's going to be about 2 hours of learning every day, 7 p.m. Eastern. When you scroll, you'll be able to see all the things I mentioned you will learn. They are listed here. You guys will see Gabby again in the challenge doing more real estate, pre-approvals, and all the things that you need. So you are going to go ahead and select your VIP ticket because you don't want to miss those bonus days. Yeah. And I want to let you know, for those of you in here who may need a little more accessibility, I want you to go ahead and use Affirm. I want you to use Afterpay. If you need to use Klarna, all I don't want you to do is make excuses. I need you to comment no excuses in the chat, because if you need to break the payment up into 4, I've got you. If you're ready to do it all at once, I've got you. But one thing I don't have you on is making another excuse and another reason as to why you cannot make today the day that you start to take your life down a different path. And I really mean when I say that this is your opportunity to do something different, because let's go back to some of the women that you saw in this challenge. When I started Mommy to Millionaire, the company, I first had a vision about this when I was still living at my mom's house unemployed. I had never even seen $1 million at that time, but I thought about, you know what, God, how great would it be to have a business, to have an impact on people, where I have a company that helps mothers, specifically single mothers, know how to go from having nothing to having it all. How great would it be to have something like that? Originally, it was going to be called Single Mommy to Millionaire, but y'all know I got remarried, so I had to call it Mommy Millionaire. You see what I'm saying? I had to shout out to that. But I need you to understand the place from which this comes. I had a vision to create something like this even before I was my own first testimonial. I knew that we needed something to show mothers a real path to how to become a millionaire without having to invest $50,000, $100,000, if that is not what you have available. So you are getting thousands and thousands of dollars of information for a couple $100.
I'm just really
I'm floored.
I'm floored at the value, you guys. Me and Ellie share the same business coach, and our business coach would be like, charge $1 trillion. So the fact that this is 35 cents is really like, what do I need to dig out of my bag and do for you guys? Truly.
Yes.
I'm partnering with Mommy to Millionaire. Anything Ellie needs, anything the community needs, I'm giving those fast action takers tonight. My lender, I'm giving you guys my lender call sheet. It's extremely, extremely impactful. And it's one of my favorite resources that I still use today, 3 years in. And it's going to absolutely help you secure real estate investing forever. Here's another thing, Ellie. A lot of people feel like, well, I don't need real estate right now. I'm not ready for that. I don't have this, but you will be one day. And so to have the resources, PDF downloaded in a folder, as you know, a year from now, when your kids are 17, 18, and you make them take that during their college breaks, like that's the type of vision that true millionaires have for their families. It's like, maybe not right now at this very moment, but I know I'll need it. So I'm going to sow the seed now. That's the type of option. If anybody's on the fence, like, well, I'm just wait. You are crazy.
Come on.
Listen, we get gully over in the Bayhive, so I don't know if I can call you crazy. But you're right there on the fence. If you're not,
you might be right there on the fence, y'all. Because I really want to tell you, and this is our early bird price. You do not want to sit on your hands and wait until the price goes up, and now you've lost out, right? So I want to shout out to some of the people who have already joined VIP. We've got Nikki, we've got Tensi, we've got Jesse, we've got Paulette. I need you guys to give each other a round of applause. Y'all are getting this fast action bonus. I'm sorry if I didn't call your name. The chat is moving very, very fast. But I want to make sure that you guys are in the room. You have to understand that there are opportunities in life. One of my favorite, it's not really a quote, but I heard it the other day on Instagram, and it said, if you're praying to God to be able to catch the bus, then you also have to run for the bus. You cannot be wanting to catch the bus and walking, right? You cannot be saying that you want wealth and you want freedom and all the amazing things you wrote at the beginning of this class and still be walking and still be turning your back to an opportunity. You can't do that. Because if you're telling God, this is what I want, and then God aligns your steps to be present in front of an opportunity
right now,
then you got to take it. You have got to take it. I can tell you, Gabby knows because we're in this industry. Nowhere will you find this level of information for $300.
No.
Nowhere will you find this level of information for $300. But I want you to know that this is purpose work for me. So this challenge, doing it for this price, this is purpose work. I know I could definitely charge more than this, but it's not about that. It's about that mother that I was in the corner, $1,200 with 4 kids on EBT. I set this up for her because I know that there's someone in this room who can make it happen at this price that it is now. And I need you to know that this is the time to get started. Everybody comment day 1 in the chat. Day 1. You can either do it one day or you can make it day 1. I want to see this be your day 1. I know you guys have questions. So as well, the chat is moving fast. If you have questions, make sure that you drop those in the Q&A box just so that I don't miss them or Gabby doesn't miss them because we do. I know that you guys are dropping questions. Shout out to Gretchen. You just secured your seat. Shout out to Gina, Ani,
right back.
Princess, let's go. You want it. I know you want it. So let me remind you, right? And let's really talk about sacrifice, Gabby, because here's the thing. I know that it costs, when I go to get my fill and my pedicure, my manicure and my fill 2 times, that's $400 because these prices is crazy. We know that when we go get our hair done, that's $300, especially if it's an install. We know that when we go to Sunday brunch with our girls, and I love my brunch, right? It's $300, it's $400. So I want to know, are you willing to sacrifice one Sunday brunch, one more hair appointment, one install, one hair and nail situation to build wealth for yourself? It's all about choices. It's all about priorities. When I had that $1,200 stimulus check, I could have gone and gotten the Louis Vuitton line like I saw everybody do. But I had to make a priority decision, and I used all of it to start my business, which is now a multi-million-dollar company. So how do you know when you invest this couple $100s in yourself that it also will not become a multi-million-dollar wealth portfolio, a multi-million-dollar asset portfolio, a multi-million-dollar trust fund? You see, the biggest difference and the distance between where you are and where you want to go, it's really not that far. The only thing that's in the middle of this space is information and execution. That's it. You haven't gotten to where you need to go because you don't have the right information and you haven't executed. This is your week to execute. You're not just going to be learning in class. I'm going to make sure your cameras are on. You're on your computer because you'll be doing these things in the moment. You cannot afford to let another year go by with saying, this is on my list of goals. Let's make sure that we achieve some of those this year. Let's actually achieve those goals this year. Ashley says, what is the difference in the regular package and the VIP? Well, let's make sure that we go over that. So VIP, you are getting access to the bonus VIP day for business plans, marketing, and pitch decks. You are also getting access to 1 hour of Q&A every single day. So when you have class and you have a question, now it's time for Q&A. When you join general, it's still value, but you don't get the business plan day and you also don't get the Q&A. So what I will say is that $100 difference is worth it. Is worth it. If you're thinking about general, go ahead and make it a VIP, because you might have one question that needs an answer that can go ahead and change the way that you execute. Everyone needs a business plan, and if you don't have it yet, it's a non-negotiable to be in this class. Yes, every single class is recorded. Keisha, you do have a replay.
Somebody said, what is the daily time length of the class?
That is a great question. So classes are every single day at 7 Eastern. Let me pull this up. I want you guys to just take a screenshot of this. Your bonus VIP day is on August 6th. Official day 1 is the 7th. And classes are at 7 p.m. Eastern every day. And they're all recorded. So we're going to spend about 2 hours together. I want you to set aside about 2 hours of time, which is also crazy, y'all, because I just had a one-on-one client today, and I am not bragging, but people will pay me $2,500 for a 1 hour session.
Yeah. Yeah.
But y'all don't have to do that. This is the challenge, you guys. You have to take advantage of this information. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. So be prepared for about 2 hours together every day. And each session is recorded. So we have a lot of mommy millionaires who have work. They might have to leave early. This is why you have your community 24/7 access. When you have to watch the replay, you have lifetime access to the replay. And one other thing I want to mention, and I just want you guys to understand why investing in yourself is always a benefit, because this is a complete tax write-off. Gabby, I feel like people don't really realize that when you invest in yourself, when you invest in education, it's a write-off. So I really hate to say that it's free, but I need you to understand that this is something that is free to you, because when you get your email receipt, you're going to keep it. And when you file your taxes next year, it's a write-off.
Fill it out. That's right.
So you have no reason to feel, no excuse, nothing to lose. There are moments in life where you have to decide to put yourself first, and this is one of them.
Yes.
I want you to comment again in the chat. I'm worth $55.
I'm worth it.
You're worth it. That shouldn't even be a question, y'all. Listen. You know that you need to be in this room. And I want to mention again, those of you who are clicking the link, let me make sure I just drop it in the chat. Kayla says, should you sign up if your credit isn't at least a 680? Absolutely, you should. Absolutely, you should. Because what did Gabby mention? There are still other options.
Yes.
Options. And this is, in the challenge, you're not only gaining real estate.
Yes.
The other things you're going to do, right? Your business plan, your e-com store, your trust fund, your life insurance, the tax strategies, all of that is going to still help you make money. Learning how to invest is going to still help you make money, irregardless of if you have a 680 score or not. I want you all to understand that, but that's a really good question, Kayla. I will definitely encourage you to be in the room. Raquel, the classes are going to be about 1 hour to 2 hours long. I will try my best not to go over 2 hours, but y'all know I really love y'all, so I really do be teaching in there. But we will stay at about that 2 hour mark. Yes, shout out to you. I'm so excited. Shout out to you, Latanya. Latanya, yes, we can probably help you with that. Go ahead and email support@ellietalksmoney.com so that we can assist. I'm really proud of y'all. Comment VIP in the chat. Comment VIP in the chat. If you are a VIP, a very important person. You are a Mommy Millionaire VIP. I'm sending you my email right now, Latanya, so that we can get you in the room. And I'm just so excited, y'all. I really want you to understand that every mommy millionaire, daddy millionaire that we've had graduate from this program has gone on to achieve so much.
Yeah.
They've gotten their trust fund, they've gotten life insurance, they've invested. Many of them have gotten real estate, they've gotten business funding, they've made more money in their e-com businesses. And that's because you're actually doing the work. I'm not giving you something pre-recorded and sending you off. That has value too. But this is your opportunity to really show up for yourself for 6 days.
Yes.
And get it done. You're saying,
are you doing any in the challenge, Ellie? Are you doing any business credit, business funding?
Absolutely. That is going to be on day one. The business plan day is also funding day. So we're writing your business plan, but we're also getting you funded. And don't forget the fast action bonus.
Please don't.
You guys are getting that bonus grant writing workshop. Like I said, there's $100,000 in grants available this month alone. You cannot afford to not be in the room. All right. You cannot afford to not be in the room. So I love it. I see some of you guys said you secured your spot with your business credit card. I love to see it. It is definitely a great thing to put on your business credit card. Get those points. Yes, Gina, you are saying yes to yourself. We always say yes to our kids. We say yes to everybody else. Say yes to yourself.
Say yes to you.
Shout out to you now. Say yes to yourself. Eridania. I can definitely help you. I'm sorry, I wasn't able to understand exactly what you said. Yes, Angel, I'm so excited for you. Eridania, go ahead and email us support@ellietalksmoney.com. And I love the fact that you guys are asking questions. So let's make sure you guys understand. Yes, VIP, LaShanta, I love to hear it. You guys are getting these additional fast action bonuses. Gabby is going to give you that private lender. That man went from 4 rejections to the 1 approval that got him 7 assets.
Period. It's
period.
Really, I'm excited for y'all. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. That is the power of redirection. That is the power of, continuing, right? Staying the course, going after it. Your dreams, you deserve to make it happen. You deserve to get in a room with other people who are just as motivated as you are. I think one of the things, Gabby, I'm most proud of in our Mommy to Millionaire community is that these Mommy Millionaires, they stick together. Even the ones that have graduated from the program, they talk to each other every day. They check on each other. Are you still doing the work? A lot of us are building businesses, and you might be the only one in your friend group or your family who believes in this vision. You might be the only one. And that's why it makes it harder to achieve, because you don't have someone to hold you accountable. But when you are in the challenge, when you're in this community, not only are you doing the work in that moment, but you have people who are there to push you along, to remind you, you know what? I do need to keep going. I'm not going to give up. Yes, shout out to you, Raquel. So here's what I would recommend to you, Raquel. I know you're going to be traveling. You might not be able to be in for all the classes. Remember, you have lifetime access to the information. That alone, you've got to get it. Even if you have to watch it later, sis.
That's
we
right.
will make sure you have the ability to ask your questions in the community. You have the ability to check in. You still need to make sure that you secure your seat so that you get those recordings later. So Gretchen, that's a great question. The next steps, once you are in the room, once you have officially secured your seat, when you join, there is already information in there. There are classes in there for you to start on. So we have a little bit of Mommy Millionaire pre-work for you to do, right? You are worth that $55 a day. So when you join the challenge, you know that you're getting your daily classes, community support. As soon as you join, the next things that I want you to do, you're going to keep a copy of your receipt. And when you subscribe into the program, go ahead and introduce yourself in the community. There are already some classes and videos in there from me giving you a checklist of what to do to prepare for the challenge. I want you to go ahead and get started on that. And essentially, it's a countdown. We're only 23 days away, y'all.
Yeah.
23 days to go. We are right on the verge of making it happen. And I am really, really excited for you all. So these next 23 days, the best thing that you can do is do the homework that's in your portal when you join the challenge. Go ahead and find an accountability partner in the community. Introduce yourself. Tell us what your business is. And essentially count down to the best 6 days you will ever spend in 2023. The best 6 days you will spend this year. Listen, I can't even toot my own horn, y'all. It's a vibe. It really is. And I'm so excited for you guys to be in the room. So let me make sure we don't have any other questions. And here's what I do want to do. I want to know, those of you who are in here, if you need like 24 hours to get this situated, if you just need 2 days, right, to be able to join, comment me in the chat. Comment me in the chat if you are someone that needs just an extra 24 to 48 hours to make some moves, make some calls, get some things situated. Comment me in the chat, because what I might just do is give you guys an extension on this fast action bonus and this price. Okay.
I know some people were saying that they get paid tomorrow on Friday. So this is perfect for you. Put me in the chat.
Perfect.
The weekend is coming up. Yep.
So here's what we are going to go ahead and do. For those of you that just need that extra 2 days, right? 24 hours, right? I'm going to give you all another 24 hours to make this happen. If you know as you, let me go ahead and do this. Give me 1 second. Let me get something situated. My team is about to be like, Ellie, girl, you always doing something.
I know. That's how they, wait a minute, you adding stuff. Now we got to put on Gabby's bonuses and your bonus.
You adding stuff, girl. Hold on. So let me just get this situated right now so that we have a way to still honor these bonuses for y'all. Because I understand, right? Sometimes you just need 1 extra day to get everything situated. You just need a little more time to make something work. So here's what we are going to do. I am going to go ahead and drop my email in the chat, okay? And what I want you to do is you are going to email me tonight. Make sure you follow these instructions. You are going to email me tonight as soon as this class is complete. Let me drop my email. hello@ellietalksmoney.com. You're going to email me tonight. And in the subject line, I want you to put M2M, Mommy to Millionaire VIP. So that I know and my team knows you are going to have your spot saved. All right. So you're going to email me hello@ellietalksmoney.com. And in the subject, you are going to put Mommy Millionaire VIP. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I love that. I can hear you good. Yep.
I know Daryl's saying he can't hear anything. Daryl, you all right? Daryl, it's okay. Maybe just refresh your screen. But I'm writing in my email, which is hello@ellietalksmoney.com. And you are going to put in the subject line, Mommy Millionaire VIP. And that will let me and my team know to keep this fast action bonus and price point for you. Okay. Yes. All right. I know I want you guys to do that as soon as this class is out of session. Go ahead and email so that I can save that for 10 to 15 of y'all. I know a few of you guys said me, but I want to make sure that we leave those spots open for you. Okay. I am so excited. Let me go ahead and make that visible for y'all.
Ellie, somebody asked, a lot of people are private messaging me like, hold on, girl. I bought my seat already. Do I still get that lender? Do I still get that lender list? Do they still get those fast action bonuses? I'm fine if your team's fine with it.
Yes, y'all will still get the fast action bonuses. Yes, because y'all did take action because you're already in the room.
We got you. We got you.
Yes, I'm excited. KM, I just invested in myself. I love that. I'm proud of you. Lynn, I'm proud of you. So again, those of you who need an extra day, an extra 24 to 48 hours, email me hello@ellietalksmoney.com. I just dropped it in the chat. And make sure you put in the subject line, Mommy Millionaire VIP. That way we know to secure your spot, okay? I am so proud of y'all. Sakita, you got your space. Like, let's go. All right, y'all. Well, let's make sure we don't have any other questions. What if you don't have a business starting to build? Ashanti, I really respect the fact that you asked this question. Everyone has to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
I definitely would tell you this is the place to be, because if you are someone that's starting, you want to start with a business plan and knowledge of how to do that. You want to start with understanding how to build your e-com store. You want to start with knowledge of taxes, right? A lot of us started our business. I knew none of these things when I started.
Right. Yeah.
But I can't imagine how much further I might have been had I had something like this at the beginning of my business. So Ashanti, definitely be in the room. This is the perfect place. Even if you are brand new, you need it.
And the community that you're creating too, Ashanti, coming back to your question, the community that the Mommy to Millionaire Challenge is creating, you're going to be able to meet other women, and that's going to get that brain going like, wait a minute, she's doing this, but I like, let me monetize this. And so being in the room allows us to, again, just continue to expand. So if you don't have a business, anybody else out there like Ashanti, this is absolutely fundamental, because you're going to now have the foundational principles to launch. I started backwards. I started in debt, didn't have an LLC from a S corp. Okay. So I had to literally create all my stuff, but Ashanti and, others like her are going to be able to start with it already done. So girl, I love that. Please come.
I absolutely love that. That is so great. Carrie says, I'm already in. What is the NAICS code for consulting? Carrie, I got you, girl. I'll pull it up for you right now. Since you're already in the challenge, that's a challenge bonus. So it is 54161, Carrie, and I'll reply to you right now in the chat. Shout out to you, Carrie, for joining. Shout out to you, Angela. I am so excited. All right, y'all. We made it happen. I'm very proud of y'all. This was an amazing class. If you got some value tonight,
please tell me
you got some value tonight.
Anything.
Y'all.
Y'all was hyping me up. I was like, oh, you like that? Ellie's like, what? We love this. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
Because you know what? I'm always giving them those little hacks and information like that. So they love the little things, That's really the best way, is when you know how to navigate that, it makes all the difference.
I love it.
Sharita, the classes are at 7 Eastern every single day. And these are the dates. So go ahead and take a picture of that. Go ahead and secure your seat. Took fast action. Yes, y'all do not miss out on that fast action bonus, because that lender right there, I'm gonna apply. Hello.
Yeah, I was thinking about you. He's Ghanaian, and I'm always putting together the.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, Gabby, we need to run the play.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have you meet him, because I know we want to get one more property. This.
Yes.
So
I want to run the play with him for sure. So y'all make sure that you take advantage, those fast action bonuses, just the overall value. Again, you are worth $397. You're worth it when you spend it on brunch. You're worth it when you spend it on your hair. You're worth it when you spend it on your nails and your pedicure. Yeah. So make it worth it when it's time to invest for your wealth and your future. All right. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to send an email. I dropped my email in the chat. hello@EllieTalksMoney. You can also shoot us a DM. Make sure you shoot Gabby a DM if you have any other specific real estate questions. And we will see y'all in the challenge. Bye, y'all. Have a beautiful night.
Bye.